Well, hey guys, I just parked the truck, and you might be able to hear, but I am right on the side of the highway pretty much. But this is actually the best place to access this property, and it's actually not that far from the highway. So I'm hunting the same property that I killed my buck on last year, just a little bit further south. Basically, I was on the south end of the property. I'm gonna be about halfway up this time around, and so it should be good. They've flipped the crop rotations this year, so corn was south, beans were north last year. It's reversed now, so I'm gonna sit basically on the south side of the cornfield, kind of like what I was doing last year when I shot my buck. So that's the plan. I'm running late, hot. I just hung a set. I don't know, maybe I'll get lucky. You never know. I'm apparently not good at hunting Kansas. I've only seen one deer. It was before even shooting light. It was just walking right below me here. No idea if it was a buck or a doe. Well guys, hey, I'm at the truck getting ready to head in for an afternoon sit, and I'm sitting a spot that I sat a few days ago in the morning, and I'm coming back for this. It'll be the first time I've ever hunted it in the afternoon, and switching it up a little bit. I'm putting out a decoy, so it sort of worked earlier in the year. I mean, it did, but I made that bad shot on that buck and then killed him afterwards. But I'm hoping that at least the decoy can do its part again and bring in one of these bucks that I saw. I saw a couple bucks the other day when I hunted here, but they were just way far away and didn't really want anything to do with my particular area. So goal is that the decoy, I can convince them to make a little trek over there to check it out. The wind should be in my favor for this. If they try and get downwind to him, it means they're going to be in range for me. So that's the strategy. We'll see if it works out. So far, it's been pretty slim for Kansas. So I got to shake it up a little bit. Maybe this decoy will be the extra little bit that I need. So I'm gonna get ready, get out there, and we'll see if we can get on one. Well guys, good morning. Struggling to get up here, but also excited because last night's hunt was one of the coolest ones I've ever had, and definitely my best hunt that I've had in Kansas this year. So Spotted a really, really good buck, bedded exactly kind of where I thought they might be, just in that tall, thick grass, and saw him pop out, and thought I might have a good chance at calling to him and having him come over to the decoy, and I think I would have. But what I didn't realize the whole time is he was pinned down there with a doe, and he was not leaving her for anything. So he kept on being interested whenever I'd rattle or grunt, and I think he saw the decoy and wanted to come over there, but just refused to leave her. So had a bunch of other deer come through there, had another smaller buck come up and actually do really just kind of read the script and come up to the decoy just like he was supposed to. Circled downwind and went right in between me and the decoy at like 10 yards. So super cool hunt. I was excited about it. I know where they're at. He went right back into bed in the exact same spot. So I tried to sneak out of there last night as quietly as possible. I left all my stuff in the tree and just sort of started sneaking out of there. And the only thing that might hurt me is on the way out, there was a doe that I had no idea was there. She'd come in from the other direction after last light, because I sat there for a while, and she started blowing a little bit as I started climbing down. So that's got me a little worried. Hopefully she didn't run over there and just blow them completely out. But I'm hoping that those deer just assumed it was like a coyote or just a doe going crazy out there for no reason, and hopefully they just stayed put. So if they did, I'm going to be hopefully right back within 150 yards of them if they stayed right in that area. And I just need that doe to come by me and bring him with her. So I don't know, we'll see. That's the best opportunity I've had so far, and hopefully I can capitalize this morning. So wish me luck.
Well, guys, that almost worked. That buck came in before shooting light and crossed right behind the decoy, probably like 35 yards, 40 yards maybe. He went right back to the same bedding area, and he's in there with that doe again. I saw her for just like a split second, so he's clearly locked down. I don't know, she may have actually crossed the field in front of him. He may have been following her back into that bedding, or she just stayed there and he popped out for a minute. But I did see another younger buck go into that bedding, and then a little bit after that I saw a deer run out of there opposite way, and I couldn't pull up the binos fast enough to see what it was, but I think it was that buck, because then he came circling around from the opposite direction. So I have a feeling he went in there and got ran out by that bigger buck. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna kill this deer. He kind of, he's looked at the decoy, but he doesn't want to commit to it, especially not while that doe's here. So I may reposition the decoy, maybe take it down, sneak out of here. I got a good wind to get out, and then maybe set the decoy up as a doe later, take the antlers off, and I don't know, show its butt towards him or something. I don't know what to do. Well, guys, I think that's it for today, or at least for this morning. That was the buck of my trip right there. That was probably the biggest buck I've ever flung an arrow at, and shot high. So I went back and I reviewed the footage a bunch, and there's a couple things I think that happened here. The first being, when I ranged him, I had my face mask pulled up a little bit like that, like I normally do. And what tends to happen when you're using that rangefinder is it kind of fogs up the lens a little bit, but I could still see the deer. I ranged him, and I got 39 yards. I was like, that's right on the edge of my comfort zone, but he's big, he's standing there, he just had pushed 2 does and they ran away. So it's kind of like it's now or never. I practiced plenty at that range, I'm comfortable at that range, and dialed the sight accordingly. And I shot. And of course, I'm not gonna lie, buck fever was real. Like, I felt good about the shot. It was settled and everything, but definitely could tell immediately that it was high. Come to find out afterwards, I ended up having another deer come into that almost the exact same spot, a little bit behind it, a few yards. I ranged that deer, and for whatever reason, I got 36 yards when the deer was probably, I don't know, a yard or two behind where I shot at the buck. So my 39-yard shot that I thought I had was probably closer to a 35-yard shot. And 4 yards is not a huge gap, but it's enough, I think. And couple that with some buck fever, and maybe not getting the shot exactly where I wanted it anyway. And the result was a high backstrap hit. So I went down and checked out the arrow. Arrow is covered from like the tip all the way up to the fletchings in just fat. There's a little bit of hair on the ground over there, but it's mainly just fat. And I knew where the deer ran, so I followed his trail for about 75 yards until I hit the property line, and not a single drop of blood. So there's nothing. I think I just skimmed right over that top, got that layer of fat that goes right on top of the back straps, I imagine. And definitely a non-lethal hit. There's just literally nothing that I could have hit that would have killed him right there. So it sucks, but I guess that's why it's hunting. It was exciting, definitely exciting. To have a buck of that caliber in any sort of range is awesome, but sure would have liked that shot to have been about that much lower. I think I would have been in the game. So, well, guys, good morning from the stand. Back in the saddle, same one that I've hunted the last 2 hunts, and I got in here super clean. The only deer that I jumped was a little button buck that's been bedding in here literally almost the entire time I've been hunting it, and I think he trotted about 40 yards away and laid down again, so he's not real worried. So I'm just fingers crossed that one of those big bucks on this property comes back through here, preferably the one that I saw yesterday morning. But honestly, I'll take anything that's decent at this point. I've been hunting for a while. I'm tired. I don't like to complain about hunting because I feel very fortunate to be able to do that, but at the same time, 15 or 16 consecutive sits, and your body starts to get tired. So I'm still in it. I'm ready to go. Just need the right deer to come by in about an hour and a half. Got a long time till daylight, so I'm just gonna hang here and maybe take a nap in my saddle. Redemption, baby. Redemption. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Guys, I am so glad I'm in the saddle right now, because I think I would have fallen out of this tree, because I am shaking so bad, because I just killed the biggest buck of my life. You guys, I can see him dead in the creek. I shot him at like, I don't know, maybe 20 yards tops. He bounded off like maybe 15 yards behind that, and I videoed him, and you could hear him hacking. You could see he was struggling. He went down into the creek, could not make it out of it, and I can see the side of his rack because he is down. Oh my God. Redemption, redemption, redemption. That's twice this year that I've shot a buck. I don't know what's going on. I can't shoot a buck the first time, apparently. And I think it's the same deer. If not, there's two giants in here, but I'm pretty sure that's him. I have no idea how good that feels after blowing it on a giant yesterday morning. Completely blowing it, misranging the deer. Probably buck fever. To get him perfectly like that and watch him go down it's unbelievable, guys. Oh man, Bowhunter died. This is why we do it, gosh. This is exactly why we do it. Well, guys, I just went back and watched the footage, and I think it's actually a different deer. I thought it was maybe the same buck. I think it's a different one. I don't care. He's massive. It just goes to show how great Midwest deer hunting can be, because to have, if it is a different deer, to have two deer of that caliber run around and get an opportunity at them within 24 hours in the same stand is unbelievable. So I'm still shaking. I gotta figure out how to get out of this tree without falling out of it now. Well, guys, no tracking job needed. I knocked an arrow just in case, and there was no need. He is toast. I just walked over to where he stopped, and I mean the blood is unreal. And he came right down this bank of this creek, and he's laying right here. Let me spin around the camera. There he is. Come on, baby, focus. There you are. Woo! Look at all that. Well, I got him, and to say that I'm excited about it is a dramatic understatement. This deer is absolutely incredible. It's everything that I wanted. You know, when I set out, you know, made a goal for myself to come up to Kansas again and try and get on a good buck. You know, this is what you dream about. And to have it all go down like it did this morning, just totally perfectly, is unbelievable. You know, put a great shot on him, and thankfully got a little bit of redemption for my shot yesterday. And you know, to have this buck just fall down in sight, go down in the creek is just it's a feeling like no other. So put in a lot of work to get him. It's no lie. I mean, there was a lot of hunting that took place, a lot of slow sits, a lot of bouncing around, a lot of studying maps, looking at hunt stand, trying to figure out what to do here. And you know, to get it done finally, as I'm sitting in the tree thinking about, you know, I got to go home and can I come back, and that kind of thing, to just have all those questions answered for me is a true blessing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the footage. It was a lot of fun putting it together. It's been a grind, but I absolutely love every minute of it. And I hope you guys have the best of luck, you know, in the rest of November. It's definitely the magic time of year, and anything can happen. So you know, stay out in the woods as long as you can and enjoy every minute of it. And Bowhunter die, guys.